Welcome to City Fans, your number one place for Manchester City match updates, transfer news, and behind-the-scenes training action. If you love City as much as we do, you're in the right place. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay connected with everything happening at the City Fans. Let's go, citizens! Transfer news. Liverpool and Manchester City wait on Semenyo, Arsenal targets emerge. Man Utidadi latest. The January transfer window opens later this week, and the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United are all expected to be active in the market with big moves. Likely the January transfer window opens in just 48 hours, and we already look to have our first big move wrapped up as Manchester City close in on Antoine Semenyo. Liverpool have also been linked with the sought-after Bournemouth attacker who looks to be City-bound. However, Arne Slot and co could still splash the cash next month with record signing Alexander Isak now set for a lengthy spell on the sidelines. Elsewhere, Arsenal and Manchester United continue to be linked with players, with the former open to bolstering their squad for the title run-in. United continue to be linked with midfielders, while speculation over Kobbie Mainoo's future remains. Further afield, Cristiano Ronaldo has left the door open for a shock return to Europe. Could he also be on the move in 2026? The Daily Mail reports that Bournemouth view Tottenham's Brennan Johnson as a potential replacement for Antoine Semenyo, with the Ghanaian expected to leave the club in January. However, they face competition from Crystal Palace, who are eyeing up a £35 million swoop for the Wales forward, who has fallen out of favour in North London. Liverpool's Federico Chiesa is on his former club Juventus' shopping list as the Turin Giants chase the Serie A title. The Italy star moved to the Anfield club from Juventus in August 2024, but he has made only 2 Premier League starts. Now with Juventus only 4 points behind leaders Inter Milan, coach Luciano Spalletti wants reinforcements in the January window. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, he wants Chiesa, who signed a 4-year contract, on loan, and is also interested in West Ham's midfielder Guido Rodriguez. Former Arsenal trainee Brooke Norton-Cuffy, now playing for Genoa, is another option. The Nigerian, who was wanted by Wolves in 2023 and later failed a medical at Eintracht Frankfurt, has scored 13 goals in all competitions so far this season. Reports in England claim the Hammers have bid £12 million for the 22-year-old, but the offer received by Plzen is worth far less as Durasinmi is out of contract at the end of the season and it's currently not enough to strike a deal. Durasinmi is also being tracked by Benfica, Lazio and Stuttgart ahead of the upcoming January transfer window. 2 years ago, the physical frontman suffered ACL tears in both knees and missed 14 months of action before marking his return with a brace and an assist against Sparta Prague. Nuno Espirito Santo is targeting extra firepower in attack at the London Stadium in a bid to save the club's season after Niklas Füllkrug was loaned to AC Milan. Fulham winger Adama Traore, who worked under Nuno at Wolves, is also a target and he could be available on the cheap as his contract at Craven Cottage expires in the summer. Under pressure. West Ham boss Nuno Espirito Santo is pushing for early January deals to boost the club's fight for survival. The Hammers have been targeting FC Utrecht wingback Soufiane El Karouani, who is set to be available at a knockdown price of around £3 million with his contract running down. They could face competition from Turkish giants Fenerbahce for the left-sided player who has gained a reputation for providing assists and an attacking threat. El Karouani, 25, was a surprise omission from Morocco's AFCON squad, but harbours hopes of making next summer's World Cup. His price and performances this season mean there will be strong interest from European clubs in January. West Ham also want a new forward with Niklas Füllkrug set for AC Milan and other defensive reinforcements. Antoine Semenyo's proposed move to Manchester City looks likely to be wrapped up before January 1st. The Bournemouth attacker has a £65 million release clause which is active until January 10th, and has been linked with a host of top sides after impressing this season. Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester United have all been linked, but it's now claimed talks with Manchester City are now at an advanced stage and things could even be concluded before the window officially opens. Manchester City look to complete Antoine Semenyo deal with transfer talks. Manchester City are looking to complete a deal for Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo ahead of the January transfer window opening. Manchester City are looking to wrap up a deal for Antoine Semenyo in talks on Monday. The club is speaking to representatives of the player and Bournemouth officials to try to negotiate a January transfer that all parties are happy with, amid competition from Liverpool. Semenyo has stood out as one of the best players in the Premier League this season, and his 9 goals are more than every player apart from City's Erling Haaland, 19, and Brentford's Igor Thiago, 11. The 25-year-old has a release clause of around £65 million in the upcoming window that has alerted the biggest clubs in the top flight, with United, Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal having also shown an interest. City have stepped up their pursuit of Semenyo over recent weeks, and sporting director Hugo Viana is hoping to conclude a deal that would make the Bournemouth forward their first purchase of 2026. Able to play on either wing, Semenyo would add to the competition for places in the City attack, although his arrival could force others to look for opportunities elsewhere. Those are consequences City are happy to deal with, though, if they are able to get a deal for Semenyo over the line amid strong late competition from Liverpool for his signature. The window opens on January 1st, when City head to Sunderland, looking to keep up the pressure on Arsenal at the top of the Premier League. Guardiola has sidestepped questions about Semenyo in recent days, choosing not to offer any comment. However, he did say on Boxing Day that anything can happen when the window opens, as he reflected on the work City did in January 2025 to solve some of the problems in their squad in the middle of the season. Antoine Semenyo wants Manchester City transfer done rapidly, with date in mind. Manchester City are still being linked with a move for Bournemouth star Antoine Semenyo during the January transfer window. Manchester City have been told why Antoine Semenyo wants to join the club as soon as the January transfer window opens. City have been heavily linked with signing the Bournemouth star ahead of the new year. Semenyo's